Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 3 of Talking Pro Football with Mike, Domin, and Tom. Except Tom's not here this week, but that's okay. We have another guest with us, Matt Mellow. Say hi.
Hello. Welcome to be. I'm happy to be here.
Matt's
happy to be here.
in my fantasy league, so he's going to be talking football.
Yeah.
Again, guys, as a reminder, we say this every week. We're just regular guys. We are not experts. We're not professionals. We're not ex-NFL players. We're just regular guys who like football. One thing that our people have told us they like is that we don't do a lot of BS. We dive right into it. So let's go week 3. Thursday night, gentlemen. Pete, zoom on in. Besides, that's Pete, Grandpa Pete behind the camera. Pete, thank you.
Woo!
Technical supervisor. Miami at Buffalo. Guys, if you've watched our show the first couple of episodes, you know I sold all my Miami stock. There's not even much to say here. And not to mention Buffalo looks like one of the 2 best teams in the league. I'm going with Buffalo. Matt?
Yeah, I agree. Dolphins are a mess. Tua is 1 concussion away from retirement. I think Mike McDaniels has lost a locker room. I've sold my stock as well. I think the Bills are a powerhouse. I think they are on a mission this year. And I think, Michael, you were right at first. I think this is Super Bowl. I think it's their time. And, I'm going Buffalo as well.
All right. Tom, our buddy, we'll see you again next week. But we do have Tom's pick. What is Tom picking for Miami Buffalo?
Tom, like everybody here, is picking the Buffalo Bills
All
to
right.
whoop the heck out of Miami.
And Michael?
Which is also my pick. I think, as I said, Buffalo is my Super Bowl choice. Miami is just a dumpster fire, and it's only week 2. And that's really hard to say. But Mike McDaniels is, like Matt said, he's lost the locker room. There's no consistency whatsoever. They're kind of good 1 minute, and then they're just absolutely making like high school football mistakes the next. I don't see Miami. I see Miami actually up for the number 1 pick at the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna end up that badly.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Pete, let's zoom into the 1 o'clock. So the first thing, we're going to hit the 1 o'clock slot. On Sunday, we have Cincinnati and Minnesota. This game got interesting, gentlemen, because we got backup versus backup.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm going to actually pick Minnesota for the only reason they're at home. And they both got good offensive coaches. I don't know why I'm picking it, honestly. I'm going to go with Minnesota. Matt?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to play in Minnesota. I mean, that stadium, that crowd noise is pretty tough. I think the one thing that Cincinnati has is they have a full half knowing what they have in Jake Browning.
yeah.
That's true.
And seeing what he was able to do with the weapons that he has. You got Carson Wentz starting in Minnesota for that game. Hopefully he learned something behind Patrick Mahomes last year. I think it tells a lot that Cincinnati went and picked up 2 free agents, Sean Clifford and Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
I think that speaks a lot of how they feel about Jake. And hopefully he can hold it for the 3 months or whatever that they're out. I mean, that's tough with Joe Burrow being out. So
Cincinnati fans, my
Yeah.
hat off to you. Your organization
think-
has done nothing to protect that kid.
I think based on just that half alone, I think Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I think they may take that one.
Okay, what does Tom have for...
Tom's pick is for Cincinnati Bengals. He neglected to share with me exactly why I picked them, so my pick is also Cincinnati. The half that we saw out of Cincinnati after they lost Joe Burrow, who, by the way, in my opinion, is the 2nd best quarterback in the league. I think he's that good. Joe Burrow has been always rated as like the 4th or 5th or this. I think he showed last year just how good he can be if you give him even minimal protection. Cincinnati's draft next year should be nothing but offensive and defensive linemen. Period. That's it. And the first 2 rounds should both be offensive line. Anyhow, that being said, I'm picking Cincinnati. I know Minnesota's got a great defense, but they don't have a quarterback behind J.J. McCarthy. If they do, I don't even know what his name is yet. So no quarterback, you're not going to win.
It's Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Is that the one they just signed? Okay, yeah. All right, Carson. I still pick Cincinnati.
Yeah.
All right, Pete, let's go into Houston at Jacksonville. They're both same division, of course, that AFC South. I think I'm going to go with Jacksonville. Jacksonville really should have been Cincinnati. They should be 2-0. And Houston shows sparks here and there. But I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I think Trevor Lawrence knows if he doesn't do it this year, no playoffs, then he's out. I can't blame Jacksonville, but I'm going to go with Jacksonville. Matt?
This one's kind of tough. Both these teams are coming off really bad losses. It was interesting. I don't know if you guys saw Trevor Lawrence kind of wave off Liam Cohen during the game.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm interested to see if there's maybe something brewing in that aspect. I don't know. I mean, the Texans were supposed to have this strong defense, and the Bucs at times did what the Bucs do, and they didn't look very good. So I'm just going to go off the sheer fact of how the game was lost for the Texans and that they're pissed. I think the Texans. I think they're going to take this one.
What does Tom have?
Tom has Houston, and I actually agree almost word for word with Matt here. I think Houston's pissed that they lost that game. And I think they're going to come back, and they're going to really say, okay, we are not going to go and lose another one like that. We're going to come in, and we're going to do it. I think Nico Collins is still getting there, and I think really Houston it's almost like a revenge game, I think, for them, after the way they lost to the Bucs. And, because they scored with less than 2 minutes left. They thought that they had won that game, and the crowd was going nuts. They really kind of feel like they got one stolen from them. So I think they're going to come back really rough and hard. I'll go with Houston.
All right. So let's go with the surprise 2-0 Indianapolis Colts and Tennessee. I think Cam Ward's going to be great. I think Tennessee is going to be a good team. New York Giants, how bad do you look that your quarterback has left and he's looking like Joe Montana now? You know what? I'm gonna ride this train. I'm gonna say Indy. I'm gonna go Indy going to 3-0. Matt?
Yeah, I didn't think we'd be talking about a 2-0 Colts with Indiana Jones and the Blue Horseshoe. The Giants, they're a dysfunctional organization. Week 1, you were talking about Saquon. You let him walk out the door.
And win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I don't know if you did any type of quarterback anything with Daniel Jones, and now he looks like the gift to God in Indy. Their defense looks great. Their offense is moving. I'm taking Indiana Jones and the Colts.
Yeah, Tom also picked the Colts, and once again, I agree with Tom. I think the Colts. I think Daniel Jones is doing great. I think the fact that he's in there and they're doing so good, I honestly see them getting better every single week. Yeah. The Colts are, to me, honestly, they're kind of the Cinderella out of nowhere team. Nobody gave them any real consideration, but they have put something together here. I know it's only been 2 weeks, but in the first 2 weeks, they have looked really good. Jonathan Taylor running the ball, Danny Dimes throwing dimes. Yep. I mean,
and they got Warren. They got the young tight end out of Penn State.
Oh yeah, Tyler Warren. He's
quarterback's best friend, a good tight end. Yeah, I got him too. Yeah, I did get him. If I did say so, Matt. I didn't brag about myself. Matt said that. All right, let's go to. Let's go to Vegas at Washington. I would have gone Washington here, but with their quarterback being out, I am going to go with the Raiders in Vegas. Matt?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think Jaden Daniels being out is a big deal. You also Eckler's hurt. You got rid of Brian Robinson Jr. So
you don't have a running back.
You don't have a running back.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is Geno Smith.
Hot and cold.
Yeah, hot and cold. I'm gonna have to go the Raiders. Yeah, I just don't see Washington. I don't see them. It's a different team now with him gone. Yeah, and I think that changes everything.
Absolutely. What does Tom have here?
Tom has the Washington. However, I'm going Raiders. Brock Bowers, Ashton Giante, they looked really good in that game the other night. They were really moving the ball, and they were giving can't remember who they're playing.
They lost last
Chargers.
night to the Chargers.
To the Chargers. And the Chargers are a really strong team, and they gave them pretty good fight. So yeah, I'm going Raiders.
All right, this game ought to be fantastic. This one, the Rams at Philly, 2-0 versus 2-0. I am going to go with the Rams. I just think they're pissed, and I think Philly is looking good but very normal. I'm going to go with the Rams, Matt.
Yeah, this is my second favorite game of the week. There are a lot of similarities between these teams, both 2-0. Both coaches are proven winners. Both quarterbacks are Super Bowl winners. Both have studs on the offensive side of the ball. I give the edge to the Rams a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. The NFC West alone has 3 undefeated teams. So that, that division is stacked. I just have a sneaky feeling. I'm with you, Dom, and I think Matthew Stafford has a great game. And I think he puts his W in his pocket, and I think Puka Nacua is going to go off.
Yeah. And he's finding his rhythm with Devontae.
I think the Eagles get their first loss.
Yeah. What does Tom have?
Tom has the Eagles, and I think you guys are right. I think this is going to be a coin flip. I mean, it's going to be 3 points at the buzzer to win it. I want to go with the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win it in a really close, hard-fought game.
All right, New York Jets at Tampa Bay. Now, if you've watched our program before, guys, we are filming from Valrico, Florida, which is literally right next door to Tampa, so we're all Bucks fans. That being said, sorry, don't kill me. I am going with the New York Jets on this one. I'm sorry. Everything says Tampa. New York hasn't won a game. Tampa's undefeated. But it's home. It seems like a trap. We're wearing our orange. It just, when everything in the world says this team should win, I'm very cautious. I hate it. I hope I'm wrong. I'm going to go with the Jets. Matt?
Yeah, this game scares me a bit. Not more because of the Jets, but because, like you said, Domin, the Bucks are the Bucks. I feel like they do the same thing the Rays do. They play up to good competition. And then when they play the teams that they should murder, they don't play well. Tyrod Taylor, sneaky. Aaron Glenn literally cut a player after week 1 for fumbling the ball 2 times. Got him off his team. I think that's pretty nasty coming in. I think they're going to be hungry. I know they don't have Fields. I think Taylor right now is an upgrade, to be honest with you. The Bucks they've got the pieces. They've got Bucky Irving. They've got Ibuka. They've got Baker Bakes. But for some reason, I feel like this is a trap game, and I'm with you, Domin. I hope I'm wrong. But, I think the Jets are going to win.
What does Tom have?
All right. Well, we got 2 for the Jets, and now we got 2 for the Bucks. Because Tom picked the Bucks, I'm picking the Bucks. Baker, Boomer Sooner. And the Buccaneers are going to take them down. It's going to be closer than most people think because of the little, maybe looking past them a little bit. But I think Tampa's getting more confident every week that goes by. The Jets have lost Fields. Breece Hall has looked okay, but not great. I don't even know who their tight end is because I haven't heard his name called. And I know Tyrod Taylor's been around the league, but that's just it. He's been around the league. Everybody knows what you're getting with Tyrod Taylor. You're going to get some dink and dunks, and every once in a while they'll take a shot. But the Bucks defense has been playing strong. I picked the Bucks.
All right, Atlanta, Carolina. Atlanta's tough. Sometimes they just make their own mistakes and bite themselves in the foot. But Carolina has done not too much, even though they've had a good comeback. But I think Atlanta's just too much. Penix is going to be as good as you and I liked him in college. Yeah. I'm going to go with Atlanta here. Matt?
Yeah, this is another tough one for me. I kind of flip-flopped all day on this one. I was riding with Carolina for some reason. I just thought, this was going to be it. But the more I looked at it, Bijan Robinson is incredible, especially in open space. I don't think Carolina's defense is that good. I think he's going to run all over them. I would say if Carolina is going to win, they got to stop Bijan and they have to put a spy on Michael Penix. This is my hot take for the week. I think Michael Penix is the leading rusher for the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay. What does Tom have?
Tom has the Falcons, and I don't have a hot take, but I'm going to tell you right now, Atlanta's going to whoop them. Carolina hasn't done anything, and the Falcons are mad that they're 0-2. They are looking to fight, and they're going to come in. They're going to crush the Panthers.
Okay. Green Bay, Carolina, guys, this is an easy one to pick. Green Bay looks like one of the best teams. Cleveland's got talent, but typical Cleveland, they can just never put it together. I got Green Bay here, easy.
Yeah, Browns have an aging quarterback, got Joe Flacco. If you have Joe Flacco in your fantasy, you're looking good. He's going to put you up numbers in your fantasy, but as far as, leading the team right now, the Packers, man, I think they're the team in the NFC right now. The addition on the defense with Michael Parsons is huge. They're flying all over the field. Jordan Love looks legit. I think Myles Garrett is the best thing they have in Cleveland, and he probably should have left when he had the chance. Yeah, I'm going to go Green Bay in this one. I think it's going to be a blowout.
What does Tom have?
Tom has the Packers. I, on the other hand, am kind of thinking how you guys were talking about the Bucks and the Jets and it being a trap game. I think Green Bay might just be looking past Cleveland. Cleveland has played everybody tough. They haven't won, but they've played them all tough. And I think everybody thinking that the Packers themselves might be thinking, we got this. Yeah. And it might be a trap game for them. So I'm going to pick the underdog. I'm going with the Browns.
Nick Kaninsky wanted me to remind you that his Packers are 2-0 and your Bears are 0-2.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd mention that to you.
But, but see, Nick's not on TV. I am.
All right. Pittsburgh, this is a tough one too. Pittsburgh at New England. This is the last 1 o'clock. Pittsburgh looked great week 1. They looked very average last week. And I think Vrabel's got his team playing hard. It's at New England, so I'm actually going to go with New England on this. Matt?
Yeah, I don't really care about this game. Nothing screams out to me about this game. My brain started to hurt when I was writing all these notes about this game. I think I had carpal tunnel when I was writing about this game. The Patriots beat a dysfunctional Dolphins team. I'd like to say that the Steelers go into Foxborough and try and spoil this from Vrabel, but I'm with you. I think going back to New England, him being the coach, I think there's a lot of history there. I think they're going to play hard for him, and I got the Patriots winning this one.
What does Tom have?
Tom has the Steelers. I'm going with Matt. I think the Patriots are going to play us. I think the Patriots have been playing decent ball, and they seem to be getting a little bit better each week, and Pittsburgh seems to be barely surviving each week.
And Drake May's figuring some stuff out.
Drake May looks to be getting better. It looks like they've added more talent. I think the Patriots are actually going to win this one at home.
All right, 4:05, Denver at LA Chargers. This should actually be a great divisional game. I'm going to go with the Chargers just because they really seem to be hitting on all cylinders, even though Denver probably has a top 3 defense in the league. And Michael and I always like Bo Nix, but it's going to be close. I'm going to go with the Chargers. Matt?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers as well. I like the quarterback play from both these teams. I think Justin Herbert in the second year with Greg Roman, I think he's putting some things together. They're looking really good. This is probably my third favorite game of the week just because I had a really hard time kind of differentiating where I'm going to go. Yeah. I like both the young quarterbacks. I think, Denver Broncos are, known for being a defensive team, but Bo Nix is slinging it. We all know Sean Payton from New Orleans, and we've had enough of him. I'm going to go with the Chargers in this one. I think Harbaugh's got him going the right direction.
What does Tom have?
Tom has Chargers. I also like the Chargers. I like Denver, don't get me wrong. I really think Denver's a good team, well-balanced, good defense. However, I think probably the AFC title game to go to the Super Bowl is going to be Chargers-Bills. I think the Chargers are really getting it all together and hitting on all cylinders. I think Justin Herbert looks freaking amazing. I love Bo Nix, but Justin Herbert looks even better. I mean, he looks like he's on par possibly for an MVP even.
All right, next 4:05 game. New Orleans at Seattle. To me, this is very easy. New Orleans is just not that good. They're rebuilding. Nothing wrong with that, but let's just call it what it is. They're rebuilding. I think Seattle got their stride in Pittsburgh last week. So, and it's going to be in a loud Seattle home crowd. I'm going to go with Seattle. Matt?
Yeah, I think New Orleans is getting the first pick in next year's draft. Spend it on your quarterback there. I don't know if Spencer Rattler's your guy. I'm happy that you're going with him and you're sticking with him, but I just really don't see it. Sam Darnold was doing really good things in Minnesota. Couldn't do it in the playoffs, but he's now with Seattle. I think they'll put some stuff together. Yeah, I'm going to go Seahawks in this one.
What does Tom have?
Tom has Seahawks, and as Matt just said, Sam Darnold couldn't put together in the playoffs, but in the regular season, he was 14 wins. So I'm picking Seattle and Kenneth Walker III to be pounding the rock. Go Seahawks.
All right, 425 games. Dallas at Chicago. All right, so you guys know Michael's a big Chicago fan. I'm going to go with Dallas here. I have no love for Dallas, but Dallas put up a lot of points, and unfortunately, I watched Detroit put a lot of points against Chicago. I hope I'm wrong, and that'll put Michael in a great mood, but I'm going to go with Dallas. Matt?
Yeah, so this is one I'm going to read from my sheet because it took a really long time to go with this one. So we have Jerry Jones doing Jerry Jones type of things. I think the Parsons trade is still a sour taste in their mouths. The defense can't stop a single thing. The Cowboys have allowed 61 points in 2 games on defense. Running game is non-existent. I have Stephen A. syndrome. The Cowboys fans are the worst fans in football. Even before the season started, they put them in the Super Bowl. It's ridiculous. On the Bears side of the ball, the offense has started out hot in the beginning for the past 2 weeks, and then they just get away from the script and can't do a thing. Listen, I think Dan Johnson, I think he's the perfect coach for this. Ben Johnson for this situation with Caleb Williams. But I think it's up to Caleb Williams to determine how long the leash is. I'm disappointed in Caleb Williams. I had him in fantasy last year. I picked him up again this year. He's frustrating me. I feel for the Bears fans, I do. But Michael, I think this is the game, buddy. I think this is the one they figure it out. I'm taking the Bears. I'm taking the Bears over the Cowboys.
What does Tom have?
Tom wants the Cowgirls.
All right.
As far as Chicago goes, as you're right, I mean, you're up and down. And a lot of people have been kind of, myself included, I mean, been very disappointed. I think we all thought the Bears were going to be much better. And believe it or not, if you look at the numbers, actually, Caleb Williams, the first 2 games this year, he's done almost double the yards, double the touchdowns. He's done so much better than he did last year. And the one thing people got to remember is this is not only a brand new offense, but a brand new defense. And Caleb Williams didn't give up 52 points. That was on Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen, defensive coordinator, has to figure out how to stop somebody. This is going to be a really high-scoring game, guys. Cowboys can't stop anybody. Yeah. Bears can't stop anybody. I look for record-setting numbers. I think it's going to be over 100 points combined. I think it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be amazing. And I think my Bears are going to pull off a miracle at the last second. Romo Dunes is going to pull down the winning touchdown with 2 seconds left. So, go Bears.
He picked the Bears. None of us saw that coming. All right. This actually should be a great game. Arizona at San Fran. I love Arizona. I've told you guys I love watching Kyler Murray play. Somehow, though, darn it, San Fran just figures out ways, as ugly as it is to win. I'm going to have to go with San Fran. I'm rooting for Arizona, but I think San Fran's going to take it. Matt?
Yeah, Mac Jones looked really good throwing the ball in place of Brock Purdy. I feel the same way with you about Arizona Cardinals, but I think Kyler Murray figures it out somehow. And when he goes off, he goes off. And I think I'm taking the Cardinals in this one. Lock up CMC, but I'm taking Arizona.
What does Tom have?
Tom has the Cardinals, and I am going with the Cardinals too. Without their starting quarterback, this is the one thing that kind of gets me about San Fran. You know, you paid Brock Purdy all that money and everything else. Matt Jones stepped in and did almost as good, had almost identical numbers as to what Brock Purdy did, and he's a backup. So, Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison, Cardinals all the way. They're kicking it.
All right, Sunday night, Kansas City at the Giants. I'm going to make this quick. There's no way I see the pride of Andy Reid and Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes going 0-3. There's no way I see this happening. Kansas City's going to be pissed, and they're going to get their act together. Kansas City beats New York. Matt?
Yeah, number 15. That's all I got to say. 15's on the field. I agree with you. I thought 0-2 was a stretch. I think 0-3, there's no way. I got Chiefs in this one.
What does Tom have?
Tom has the Chiefs. I'm going to make it unanimous. I'm going with the Chiefs. I do think it's going to be a little bit closer than people think because the Giants do have a good defense. But I think in the end, yeah, Kansas City all the way.
All right, everybody. Our last game, the Monday night, Detroit at Baltimore. I'm going to make this quick, too. If Baltimore doesn't kick themselves and make their own mistakes, they're almost as good as Buffalo. Baltimore is a joy to watch. I'm going with Baltimore easy over Detroit. Matt?
Yeah, this one's a toss-up. Both these teams are phenomenal. I like the way the Detroit Lions looked. They were pissed. They came out and showed you that, hey, we got rid of our offensive defensive coordinators, but it didn't matter. I got Detroit in this one.
What does Tom have?
Tom has the Ravens. I also have the Ravens because I still think Detroit is, quite frankly, overrated. You did put up 52 points, but you were only one touchdown leading at the half, and quite frankly, the Bears lost two of their main cornerbacks. Jalen Johnson, that was holding St. Brown down to nothing at first, and Kyler Gordon didn't even start the game. So Baltimore has their defense intact. There's no way that Detroit's going to be scoring 52 points this week.
No.
I picked the Ravens hands down, and this one will be my hot take, a blowout. Ravens are going to crush the Lions on Monday Night Football.
All right, we got some thanks. Thank the Village Players letting us film here. Thank Pete, our technical director. Thanks, Pete. All right. Again, this is Talking Pro Football with Mike, Domin, and Tom. Tom's not here. Tom, get better. We'll see you next week. A big thanks to Matt stepping in. He did awesome.
Great job.
And again, everybody, please, if you like what you see, please hit like. Please subscribe. We are out, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching.